Title: The ORVL. Part 1, Gordon Malloy's daughter. Kelly. The old man shouted over the friction of the atmospheric abrasion scouring the outer hull of the ORVL with whatever it was that made up the planetary dust storm. How are we on altitude? Sorry sir, the laser altimeter is non-functional. Kelly Malloy pulled the package from her pocket and checked the readings on the device. No matter what was happening with every other piece of hardware, the device her father had gifted her could cut through almost every distortion and interference. Backup says 5 minutes to ground. All right, the old man smit. Gordon Malloy, who had by a strange set of circumstances, been hurled backwards through time with a few pieces of technology, was happy to watch his daughter use the portable scanner that he himself had employed through the years in various circumstances. He had employed it to locate the minerals needed to construct the drive ring that had carried his little ship through interstellar space to this very world. A ring that would function to slow their descent. Throttle up for landing. Throttling up. The ORVL broke through the dust storm as its descent slowed, and Kelly instantly found herself surrounded by forest-covered mountains which to Kelly were almost Earth-like. That's beautiful. Moklas is a beautiful world. Gordon vaguely remembered the shape of it from a time long past and cried at the memory. They had been amazing years. Now activate landing cycle automatics or we die. Shit. Kelly activated the automatics and the ORVL halted midair, and slowly turned until she could see an actual alien city she hadn't noticed until now. That is an actual. Aliens. Oh yeah, Gordon laughed at what he realized was going to be his daughter's first time. The automatics then moved the ORVL slowly forward to what appeared to be a large open plaza that Gordon recognized instantly. The landing coordinates he had used to land a shuttle long ago on this very world were now the ORVL's presets. The ORVL touched down softly. This is going to be great. Landing is good. Kelly turned and nodded at the old man who had single-handedly designed the ring drive that had raised humanity out of the darkness out of some sense of gratitude on behalf of every human past, present, and future, and cried. After a while Kelly returned her focus to the ship controls and checked the ship reactors. They appeared to be stable. Placing reactors in standby mode. All right then, Gordon Malloy slapped a hand on the back of his still traumatized daughter. Time to get you suited up and deploy the loading dock. This is it, Kelly. Gordon activated the environmental suits and cracked the access hatch on the first, holding it open for his daughter. Are you ready to meet your first Moklan? Yes, sir. Kelly Malloy placed both hands on the handholds above the hatch into the biosuit and lifted her feet above the edge, swinging them down into the suit legs. Kelly dropped forward, sliding her arms into the arms of the suit and her head into the helmet, making all the necessary movements until she felt comfortable and the suit comms came on. Yes, sir, I am. Well then, let's deploy the loading dock. Gordon Malloy easily slid into the biosuit and sealed up. A touch of the button on the wall within arm's reach and the loading dock with its folded access ladder descended outward, revealing the Moklan spaceport that Gordon recognized. Loading dock deployed. And now the ladder. The platform level, the ladder package pivoted up and unfolded. The end of it dropping to the ground. Is deployed. Kelly Malloy, Gordon smiled. His daughter would achieve a lot of first times. You're go for Eva. I am go for Eva. Kelly repeated the words as she detached the biosuit from its socket, and walked out onto the loading dock to the ladder handholds. Maneuvering into position, Kelly began her descent. I am go for Eva. I am on the surface. Kelly breathed in and out excitedly as she stepped from the bottom of the ladder. The realization hit her. I am on the surface of Moklas. Greetings from the people of planet Earth. Kelly had been practicing the words she planned to say since childhood. And she could only whisper them to herself as a Moklan approached. She had refined them down through the years, and then tossed them aside and come up with words that were not as weird. She struggled to whisper the words. Greetings from the people of. Okay, against the instructions of the old man now in the biosuit next to her, Kelly cracked the seals on the helmet and slipped the headwear under her left arm, causing the Moclan to be startled by the sight of the unfamiliar alien species with long red hair. Kelly Malloy raised her right hand and spoke the practiced words of her childhood. "The river of the universe carries us to these lands unknown." "I don't quite understand." The gruff Moclan looked over at the other alien still with a helmet on and back to the alien space princess with flame red hair. "Do you mean to say you are lost?"